I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. And my internet is weak. I don't know why it's weak. I think I'm live, but again, there's that lag. The lag. And I have no idea whether I'm live or not. I'm live on Ustream, but I don't know whether I'm live on. Hi, Safia. Hi, Pam. It's good to be back. It was a totally. Hi, Carol. A totally uneventful journey, which is good, right? You can hear me loud and clear. That's good. I may not be mentally clear, but I'm here. Yeah, the trip was awesome. I got to the airport, checked in curbside. The guy actually met me literally at the curb. I didn't even have to go to the check-in counter. It wasn't crazy at all because I left on Monday and I had requested a wheelchair, and the wheelchair was right there. I left my neighbor picked me up at 8:30, and I was sitting at the gate at 9:45. 9:45. The Hi, Desert Nana. Good to see you. So we took off 10 minutes late, but our plane was coming from JFK, but we arrived 15 minutes early because there was a tailwind. Had a lovely visit with son, daughter-in-law, and daughter-in-law's mom. Dave picked me up at Logan, and we went to Watertown to see all the renovations that they had done in their house, their home where they live Monday through Friday. And then we had dinner there. And then we headed to the Cape, and we got to the Cape about 8:45. It's great to see you too, Desert Nan. It's great to see everybody. And then, we did not, my son and I played a lot of the video game that we play every weekend, but this time we were playing side by side. He had his computer and monitor, and I brought my gaming computer with me. So it was really great because a lot of times he'll say, well, do this. And I say, well, it's not on my screen. And I think he thinks that I'm missing something, but now he was able to get up and look at my screen and go, oh, you're right, it's not there. So I had a lot of validations, which was great. And then we had a lovely Thanksgiving dinner, and then we hung out. We decorated their tree, and I didn't do, nothing. It was cold. They keep their house like at 65, so I was pretty much couldn't feel my feet the whole time I was there. But there's a mini split in the guest bedroom, so they had that set at 70. So I was warm at night. I layered up. When I left Monday morning, it was 27, which is not, it's cold. Yes, cold for me. Same thing, arrived early in Orlando. My neighbor was right there to pick me up. Got home. Lily was fine. Everything was fine. Played bridge Monday night. Got home at 5:10. Was playing bridge at 6:00. So I've been playing a lot of bridge lately. So I'm hoping that I will start to see some improvement in my playing abilities. But yeah, so good time. And yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Now, I know that they had horrible weather, like in the Buffalo Lake effect, but there was no weather on the East Coast at all to speak of. So I guess I lucked out because I guess it was a mess like in Erie and Buffalo and lake effect and a lot of cancellations and such. So I thought I would carve a stamp. I've started doing Carve December for something little different. I've never done Carve December. And I thought I would, yeah, it was great, Carol. It was unbelievable. And they're going to Seattle, Vancouver later on this year, I think. And I showed them your pictures of Banff because I think they were going to Banff too. And they were, your gorgeous pictures that Carol had posted. I think I'm going to do an animal Africa themed kind of series of stamps. It seems a little, I didn't want you, Alexa. Bye. Sign off. Get out. She knocked off my YouTube on my iPad. She shut down my iPad, you little bitch. Okay. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to use this little book, How to Draw Almost Everything, and because it has little animals and step by step. And so that's what I'm going to attempt. And I haven't really stamped anything out on like good paper. So I'm going to stamp out what I've got done so far. And nothing is in proportion, which I should have paid more attention to, but that's okay. So this is a book that I made when we made the sketchbooks for Sketchbook Revival. You made a book, and when I cut down the book, this was my leftover paper, and I had enough to make another book. And this is where they did that really neat stitch where it kind of crosses in the middle, and it lays flat when you open it. So I'm going to use this, and this is it's not watercolor paper, but it's like drawing paper, like 80 or 90 pound. So that's what I'm going to use. So this is what I've stamped so far. The first thing I did was I did a little giraffe, and then I carved some grass. Then this is supposed to be it's supposed to be a baobab tree. And isn't that an African tree? A baobab. Let's see if I can't find it in here. Let's see. This is what it's supposed to be. Okay. It's supposed to be the baobab tree. It's supposed to be this. So it's kind of like that. And then I got very ambitious last night, and I stamped an ostrich. So, and I've got stuff on the other side. Here's a feather on the other side, and here's a face on this side, and there's nothing on this side. But on these, you can carve on both sides. And this is another face I did, and I will be carving on this side of this today, hopefully. All right, so let's stamp these out and see what they look like. Let's do the giraffe first. Thank you. Yeah, I've done a little carving, but not much. Okay, I'm using, what did I use? I used Rusty Hinge, I think, for the giraffe. Okay, so let's stamp him out first, because that's the first stamp I did when I decided that, well, I just did this stamp just for, I don't even know why I did the stamp, but I did it. And then I decided, oh, I could do stamp. I don't know whether there's enough juice on here, but we'll find out. So it'll be a lot of animals. If I do 31, right? There's 31 days in December. Let's see. Yeah. So there's my little giraffe. Not too bad. And then I did the grass. So let me get some green. Let's do this. And I'm not sure which way the grass is going. I think that's the way. And the grass needs a little work, I think. But let's just do some grass. Have him standing in the grass. It's not, no. I should probably put grass all across the bottom of it. Let me just do some grass across the bottom. Make sure I'm going the right way. I'm known for upside down and backwards. So let's do this. Yeah. So we'll give a base to the I'm thinking of making, is it called a memory board? I couldn't remember the name. I was thinking of making a Christmas themed memory board as a background for Christmas cards. I bought some foamy stamps from P&M Studios that are Christmas trees. And I also got a bunch of Safia's beautiful foamies. They're the bits and bobs, I think, a bunch of little ones with different designs. So this can be kind of the base. So let's do the ostrich next. And I did him, stamped him out with a little, I used black soot on his body. Oops. And I think I used the rusty hinge for his neck. Pretty sure I did. And his feet. And I'll put him over here to make room for the tree. And we'll press this down. And I know when I did it the last time, I didn't press it. And I had some so let's see, Mr. Joy. All right, let's see. Okay. There you go. There's the giraffe. You would recognize it as a giraffe. I can see where I have to clean up that and over here, so I'll do that in a minute. And this is the baobab tree. And I think I did the walnut stain for this. Let's see. Oops. Now I've had these distress ink for a long time, and they're getting a little used up. I know I see people that give them a little spritz of water to kind of bring them back to life a little bit. So I might do that, but let's just stick this here. And then we'll pick another animal to carve out. Now they do have a zoo scene in here, and I thought about doing the zoo, and that's still not out of the question because you can have an ostrich in a zoo and a giraffe in a zoo. Okay, so there's the tree. Yeah, my inks are kind of faded, but there's the baobab tree. So that, if you count the grass, that could be December 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Hi, Heather. But if you don't count the grass, then, and this needs a lot of cleaning up too. So let's do some, well, I can clean those up later. Let's see if we can't find another. Yeah, I bought all of these when they came out, I bought all 3 sets, but they all basically have the same color in them. They're just various shades of that color. Thanks, Carol. All right. So we're going to carve on the back of this. This was a picture in a magazine that was about yay big, and I just liked it. So I carved it out. And she's African. So anyway, let's see what we can. So those are those stamps. Stick those over here out of the way. And this book. Oh, I'm glad you have a lazy day, Carol. You've been working so hard. All right. Again, this is a wonderful little book by Chica Mayata. Chica Mayata. It's not in focus. And it's one of those books. It's a step-by-step book on how to draw. And they even have famous artists in here. People, old people, baby people, expressions. Let's find the animals. They've got all the dinosaurs, insects, birds. That's where I got the ostrich. And you can see it has the step-by-step, starting with the beak, step-by-step on how to draw the ostrich. And I don't know that they have peacocks in Africa. I don't have to stick with Africa. Don't want to do fishes. I got kitty cats, panda bears. Oh, elephant. What do you think? We definitely need an elephant. So why don't we draw an elephant? And then here's the elephant. How to start the elephant. Oh, way over here. Okay. Let's try that. So I'm going to draw it in pencil on my block of rubber carving stamp. These come in big blocks, and I have a whole bunch of them because at Amazon. All right, let's see. They don't really. All right, let's see what I can. Well, it looks like it comes down like so. It's kind of hard to carve around all of the distraction in the background. I just have to pretend that that's not there. I kind of come up like that. And then around. And then up like that. And then we got like a little here, like so. I know you like that. I'm up here. And let's see. And then come down like so. Like that. And I don't think and then we're coming over here. That, and then we're coming down like so. We're doing a little foot. Like so. And then a straight line. Cross like that. That's going to be a little close to the edge. I might have to bring that up. And then we come up like that with just a little bit of a bump and a hump. Come all the way to around here. And that's about it. Okay, let's see. Round that off a little bit. Let's see, comes like so, like so. Maybe this should come up a little bit. It's kind of hard to erase this, so we'll see. I can. No, well, that's okay. When I carve it, I'll just know to come up here a little bit because I need to have a little bit more space at the bottom. I don't know whether that's going to make much of a difference. All right, and then we'll add in the extra little lines on the trunk. Yeah, that could be a little more defined. All right, so there's the elephant. So when I'm carving, yeah, it's going to be a stamp. Yep, I'm carving an elephant stamp. Yep, Kim. Hi, Kimberly. Good to see you. Yeah, I know it's hard. I can turn on another light. Let's see if this helps. Does that help? I guess it does help a little bit. So I'm going to carve everything except the elephant, and then I'll do a little line in there for the ear, and of course a little dot for the eye. Okay. All right, let's try this. Maybe you can see that a little bit. I don't know. That's probably too busy a background. I don't know. Like that. Maybe, oh, maybe like that. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Okay. Now, I think I'm just going to use this one to do the outline and then use this one to take away big chunks of the rubber. Okay, let's do this. I'll start here. I hope everybody is doing well and everyone had a lovely Thanksgiving. I talked to my friend Mo, who was having horrible teeth issues and had to cancel Thanksgiving. And I guess her new bridge came in. But her dentist didn't like it, the way it came, and thought they were not even. So she's got to kind of, they're working on it. It's going to be hard, you know. Well, any dental issues are always difficult. So I'm just basically going around the outline that I drew. I have been trying to do a little wood carving. I haven't been real successful yet in completing anything other than a little tiny, I mean tiny, tiny mushroom. I was trying to carve like an old-fashioned Christmas tree light, you know, remember the big Christmas tree lights? They were huge. And when one went out, you know, they all went out. But you could screw them in, as I recall. My poor grandfather, that was his job. I did, Kimberly. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. It was kind of nice because it was kind of coolish here in Florida. It was almost like I got a little prep for the cold weather. Okay, I mean, that's as simple as that. Oh, yes, the Grinch would be fun. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to come down like here, and I'm going to just outline the ear. And just come up a little here like so. put an eye in about here, I think. Whoop, 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 whoop. And we'll put some hash marks on the trunk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. And now it's pretty simple, right? Now all I have to do is carve out all of this stuff. Hi, Leslie. Whoops, sorry. From the balcony. I'm making a mess here. All right, let me. So now I'm just going to start carving out this stuff. So the renovations that they did, oh my gosh. And they did it during COVID, so it took twice as long. It was a huge renovation, a $500,000 renovation they did on this 2-family home that they have in Watertown. But now they have a gorgeous 2nd and 3rd floor apartment. They blew out the attic, put a dormer in. They took a fireplace out. I mean, and the other thing he did, which was unbelievable, you wouldn't expect it in Watertown. Solar. The whole roof is all solar panels. So they're operating, a lot of their electricity is coming from solar. And they did the same thing in the Cape. You just don't think of solar. But, you know, when the sun shines, it doesn't matter whether the sun is shining in Cape Cod or Florida. The solar power is solar power. So I hadn't seen that. So we went there first. I think I said that, yeah. See, I don't do stairs very well. Actually, not at all. Well, I can, but I only can do stairs one at a time. And so I just carefully went up one at a time, you know, and then I went up to the 3rd floor where their bedroom is. They put a bath up there. And then downstairs on the, you know, main floor of their apartment is another bedroom and another bath. And the kitchen it's open concept. So when you walk in and you're standing in the living room, you can see all the way back to the about last back wall of the kitchen. And they have a huge island that you can sit and they have an induction stovetop induction, electric induction, and that just heats up like so fast. And the burner doesn't even get hot. It's a thing that the metal, I guess, in your pot kind of vibrates and creates the heat. It's very interesting. And what I was jealous, underneath, hi Beth, underneath the stove, the induction stovetop thing, since it was just on the flat on the counter, she's got 2 massive drawers for storage that pull out. None of that rooting in the back looking for a pot or something. You just pull out the drawer and everything is easily accessible. That's the way to go. And I've got that, I've got the traditional electric stove, and it's got that drawer underneath, where you have the broiler pan, and then you got to dig in the back and look for stuff. And she doesn't have to do that. Everything's in drawers that pull out, which is a great feature. Whoops, I'm ruining my little, but very thoughtful design. So I was very happy to be able to see that. but and they hadn't done much to the cape other than add the solar. And, oh, they painted the house too. I guess that's. Let's see. This is coming along fairly well. I haven't cut myself. Just gouging out. So you can see. I know the drawers is, oh man. I pulled out the broiler. I pulled out the drawer underneath my stove the other day. And as I did, one of the pans that was on the top slid behind the drawer underneath the stove. So I had to pull the drawer out, but I had to take everything out of the drawer and then pull the drawer completely out to retrieve the pan that fell out of the drawer. Oh my God. And of course, underneath there was all sorts of nasty stuff, like dead cockroaches, and dust balls and all sorts of dried pasta, all sorts of things were. And of course, this is all at 9 o'clock at night, so I have to get the vacuum out. And I did not wash. I just vacuumed it out and managed to get the drawer back in. Pain in the ass, but that's the only problem you get with these. You can't. Come on. Come on. Okay. All right, we're getting there, folks. Coming around this way. And go there. 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 Come up this way. Be careful. Be careful. This is where you got to be a little careful. Pretty much it's been open. See, look at that. Come on. Come on. Oh, well, I'll come around this way. Maybe I'll grab it on the way up. Yeah. All right. Oh, you know what they didn't? Oh, I just realized it. I have to go back and look at the drawing. I know. No tail. I didn't see a tail in the drawing. Well, I can always add a tail. But I don't know. Was there a tail in the drawing and I missed it? See, there's the zoo, which I think would be fun to do. See? And I might, oh, there's the elephant. I might do the zoo, and I could carve out, the fence. And that way I've got the giraffe, and they got a kangaroo. You got some monkeys. Oh, there's a sloth. I could carve a sloth. Challenge number 1, draw a zoo. So I could carve out these animals, and that would be quite a few. So that might be fun. I didn't notice a tail for the elephant. There's the panda. Nope, no tail. But it's fine. All right. I think I might do the zoo, and that would give me a guide in terms of what animals I should do. All right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my initial stamping. Got a little bit here. And then that will reveal, where I've missed stuff. You see what I'm doing? I think And we can come around here a little bit on the edge, like so. I think I'm pretty good. We'll find out soon enough. All right. Okay. That soot, that black soot was a little dark, but I don't think I have anything lighter. Let me see in here. Oh, I do. I have pumice stone. That would be closer to the, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'll just draw the tail in. Well, thank you, Desert Nana. All right, let's do, all right, let's go back here. Where did I start? I must be on the other side. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, let's do that. Because these, I'll go back and clean these up. All right, let's try the pumice. Let's hope it's got some juice in it. No, it does. It does. Those lines, I'm hoping, are just superficial lines and not going to show up in the elephant, because then the elephant's going to look like a zebra. And I will not be happy about that. And I think the feet have to be a little adjusted, but we will just stamp and see what we get. All right, time to feed the ravenous horde. Yep. Oh my God. Good to see you, Safia. All the food my daughter-in-law made. I'm thinking, oh my God. I know we all have a tendency to overcook, but there were only 5 of us. She invited a neighbor of hers that she walks with every day. Her name is Kate. What an interesting woman she is. She is worked on the drilling rigs for Exxon. All right, you ready? Here's the reveal. Hi, Nettie. Yeah. It looks like an elephant. And those lines did show up a little bit. I'm not angry with that. Kind of looks cute. I'm very happy. I have some of Nettie's here. I have some of Nettie's grandson's artwork. Owen is quite the artist. And his school had a fundraiser where they printed out the students' artwork. And I got some of Owen's note cards. And Nettie was kind enough to get them for me and mail them to me. And they are adorable. I will show you them in a second. He's a wonderful artist. And he shares his, I get to see some of his artwork. But I think that's a great fundraiser for a school. And I think Nettie said the money goes towards the art program. He did splatter. Oh, he did the splatter for me? Oh, awesome. Oh my gosh. I feel so honored. I've been splattered. Woohoo. What did they do with them? They were right here. They were right. What did I do with them? Oh, here they are. No. Right there. I'm looking for. Oh, maybe I stuck them. No, Lily, you don't need to come up on the desk before it's open. Ah, here they are. They are so colorful. And he splattered. They're so cute. Isn't this adorable? I love it. But that's Owen. Oh, he did. He said, Look, I splatter with my paintbrush like Anne. Aw, I love it. I love it. I love the colors. I mean, it's just so bright. And then on the back here, I will write Owen's name, artwork created by. And I think they had note cards. They had a whole bunch of different things that you could buy. But I thought it was a wonderful way of supporting the art program. So again, thank you, Owen, for your beautiful sharing your artwork. I think this is really came out pretty good. There's not too much to clean up. There's a little bit to clean up here. And be careful. Be careful. Yeah. And a little bit around here. But I'm happy with that. I mean, obviously it's recognizable as a elephant. Okay. And we can put the elephant in the grass. We'll put some grass down there, right? Maybe like so. I don't need this. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Okay. That pumice, I think the pumice is, it's kind of greenish though, but I think the pumice is the right color for the elephant. But I'm going to try, I'm just going to try. I've seen people squirt these with water to kind of bring them back to life. And I think I have a mister, not Mr. as in Mr. and Mrs., but a mister somewhere in here. Let me see. Oh, well, that's not a mister. Oh, here's a mister. I got a mister. A mini mister. Pulverizer. Pulvers. Oh, that must be what it is in Spanish. Mini mister. All right, let me put some water in that and give this a spritz and see if that doesn't kind of give me some more juice for the, I have some water right here. Ugh, in the big mister. Okay. My big mister. This is my big mister. It's not very effective because the thing that goes down into the water thing is way too short. But I'm curious. Let's just see whether that really helps. Now, there's not a controversy, but some people say that you should store those inks upside down. But Timmy says it doesn't matter. But people have talked about, because I've had these for several years. So I guess I'm kind of lucky that there's, whoops, I'm not misting my hand, and you're misting the ink. Let's see whether that helps or not. Just out of curiosity to see whether that makes a difference. My hand's all wet. Let's see. Well, maybe. I'm not sure, though, whether that's going to make much of a difference. Okay, let's see whether. I just think it's going to be watered down. It may, you know what? I bet you it's going to look more watercolory. I think that's what it's going to do. It's going to look like watercolor. Ooh, it didn't come out, and I didn't press, so that was not as good. This poor elephant's got some serious internal injuries here. He's missing some of his parts. All right, okay, but the elephant is solid, and I think let's do, what time is it? Oh, okay, I've got about 15 more minutes. I think I am going to do the zoo. I really like the zoo thought. And then you could do it on a big, you could kind of stamp it on a bigger piece of paper. So in the zoo, I saw, since Nettie's here, I think we should do the sloth in honor of Nettie. Nettie got to hold a sloth and be hugged by a sloth on her cruise. That must have been awesome. Maybe a little watercolor surgery. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a little watercolor. I know I could use watercolor pencil. Just do a watercolor pencil and then, do the water on the watercolor pencil. That's a great idea. Or another thought is just put the brush right on this and pick up some. Yeah. There's always a fixing that. Okay. I'm really kind of happy how the ear kind of came out too. That kind of looks cool. All right. There's a sloth in here. And I noticed there was a sloth in the zoo picture. I should maybe mark these. They've got everything in here. I mean, from flan to chocolate bar to pancakes to raisin bread. And they have dishes around the world. Just as all sorts of veggies. You could have done 31 vegetables. You could have done broccoli, spinach, bean sprouts, lettuce. And those are small. But I chose the zoo. All sorts of plants and trees. And I told you famous people. All right, here's the zoo. I want to do the zoo. And I'm going to mark it so I can find it. And we've got the elephant. And we've got the giraffe for the zoo so far. And this zoo doesn't have an ostrich, but our zoo is going to have an ostrich. And there's the sloth. So I will go find the sloth. No dinosaurs in our zoo. Well, they have little frogs. Oh my gosh, there's all sorts of little things I can carve. But I don't think it'll be too difficult. Well, especially with the step-by-step. It's not an aquarium. Okay. I have drawn this sloth before. I just have to find it. And look, we got the monkeys and the leopards. Okay. The panda bears, the koala bear, rhinoceri, rhinoceros, frog, hippo. There's the giraffe. Let's see. Horse. Terrestrial. I don't know what that means. All right, animals. Well, terrestrial animals, unless I missed it. Llamas, alpaca. It's an alpaca. All right. Cow. We're not going to have cows in the zoo. Okapi. That's my son's favorite animal. He loves the okapi. They have okapis at our zoo, and he's paid extra to be able to feed and kind of brush an okapi when they're here at Christmas. Okay. If anybody sees scorpion, get out of here. Yucky. I know. Well, I know they have it because we just saw it in the zoo. And there it is. I found it. So there's the sloth, step by step. And we will draw the sloth. Yeah, it is. It's just, I've had it for quite a while. And it's just a little book, as you can see. Yeah. Okay, there's the sloth. All right, let's do the sloth. I have another piece of virgin stuff here. And let's see. Let me cut this with the big scissors. Ooh, I don't want to use my fabric scissors. Yeah, Nettie was pretty happy when that picture was taken of her with the sloth. That was pretty cool. I could do the sloth on that. Yeah, we'll do that on that. And my son, they went to some zoo, and I'm not sure where it was, but they paid extra, and they were hi Stephanie. They were able to wash and scrub down and feed the elephants. And my son collects visiting zoos, if that makes any sense. And they drive back and forth from Salt Lake City to the East Coast, and they stop at every zoo along the way. And I don't know how my grandsons feel about it, but they go along with it. Now, this is interesting. It starts with, can't see, a little arm over here. So let's see. Let's do this. And it comes up. Oh, I think no, let me turn it over. All right, I think I need to come around the little space for the arm. Come around like so. And then here a leg comes up. Got a little thing. And then this comes over here just a little bit. And then this comes like down like so. And this leg kind of goes up like so. And this comes all the way. It swoops all the way around. Shows it goes all the way around here, like that. And then this comes over like so. And this leg goes up. And it's a little bit shorter than the other leg. A little paw there. And this comes down like so. And this comes out like so. It's got a little leg here. And then, oh, that's its head. And then its eyes are in here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there it is. Now I can make this thinner. This needs to be a little thinner. But there's the sloth. I don't know how that's going to carve, but we'll find out. You can die happy now. Well, that's just an incredible experience for you. Now, what zoo was that? In the New Orleans Zoo? I went kind of overboard for Christmas. I bought a bunch of box games. And, I thought the only box games that I was aware of was Monopoly, Risk, and maybe Clue and Sorry. And I got enthralled with all of the new box games that are out there. And all I started to do is watch reviews of box games. Oh my God, I got carried away. And I bought lots of box games for Christmas for when my grandkids are here. And we're going to play box games, whether they like it or not. And they're coming in on the 23rd. Oh, it was the excursion. Okay. They're coming in on the 23rd of December. And they're going back the 31st of December. So we're going to be playing 1 to 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah. I almost have a box game or card game for every night they're here. Now, what am I going to do with them? I have no idea. I bought my son, who loves collecting visiting zoos, there is a game called Ark Nova, where you build your own zoo. You lay out your own zoo. You go out and get the animals for your zoo. And then I guess whoever zoo makes the most money wins. And then there's an extension to that game where you add an aquarium onto your zoo. And my grandson, my youngest grandson, is into aquariums. So I got the aquarium extension for him. And then I got a trekking, which is a thing through history. And then I got Ticket to Ride. And I got the one that Safia and her family are playing, El Grande. I mean, I got, oh my God. Did I go overboard? Yes, I did. Definitely. But I had acquired over several years $240 credit with Amazon. So I ended up paying nothing because I already had $240 plus worth of a credit because I have an Amazon Visa card. And you get 5% every time you use it. So I was able to acquire. I even got a really old card game that I used to love called. Yeah, I've heard Ticket to Ride. Yep. Othello and Scrabble. Yeah, those are classics. Yep. There was a French racing car game called Milborn. And of course, Amazon had it. I'm going to go around like this because that's part of that arm. So I'll put that line there. And we're going to have to do his little face. And this is kind of like his little face. Oh, he's so cute. Kind of like so. And we'll carve out a little nose. Whoop. And some eyes. And another eye. Ah. Well, there he kind of is. Let me carve him out and see. Hi, Kathy. Let's see what we got. I'm carving animals for Carve December. And I'm going to make a zoo, I've decided. All right. Okay, here we go. Are they gray? I don't remember, Nettie. This shows them being gray. I thought they were more brownish, but I don't remember now. I don't know whether our local zoo has sloths or not. I know this is silly to say, but I could stand there and watch sloths forever, even though they don't do anything. I just love watching them live life in slow motion. I mean, that's what they live life in slow motion. We had, I think I told you, we had a, oh, that's great. Kathy's carving. Yeah. What time is it? Oh, does anybody know whether Aunt Bex is coming on at 1:30? I haven't. If anybody could check, otherwise, if she is coming on at 1:30, I'm gonna shut her down and show you the sloth next week. I thought. Okay. Oh, and yours bound males have a white stripe down the back. Okay. Oh, she's not today? Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Kimberly. Then I will continue carving and chatting till I at least finish the sloth. Yeah, we had a Halloween block party, and quite a few of us dressed up. I went as Waldo, as in Where is Waldo? Because I had that costume from, well, it wasn't it was a costume. It was the red and white striped shirt, and it had the little Waldo hat, and it had the Waldo black framed glasses. So I went as Where's Waldo. But during the party, all of a sudden, someone who was dressed up in a full sloth costume came slowly. It was funny. Came slowly walking up the sidewalk and was carrying a grocery bag filled with greens and pretending to eat the greens as we found out later, female, slowly walked up the sidewalk, and nobody knew who it was. No one, that's right. No one could find me. Yeah. We couldn't figure out who it was. And then the funniest thing is she went up to the table where all the food was laid out, and someone had brought like a cheese platter that was decorated with various pieces of greens as garnish. And she very carefully picked out all of the garnish, the green garnish, off the platter, and then pretended to eat it, and then went around and kind of greeted everybody. Still, at this point, no one had any idea who this person was. And so it turned out it was a friend of one of the people that live on our street. And she parked her vehicle in the at ease parking lot so no one would see this vehicle in this person's driveway. It was hysterical. So a sloth crashed our Halloween party. Slowly, mind you, very slowly. It was hysterical. I got to be careful in here, and I don't know. Well, let's see. Careful, careful. Okay. But it was a great party. Well, quite a few of us. There were two people that were dressed up as minions. There was a Superman. There was the evil lady from 101 Dalmatians. And several witches. I ended up on a really good block here. This is a very nice block. And it's a small block compared to some of the other streets. And we have monthly gatherings a lot. And this Halloween party was outside in someone's driveway. And everyone brought a dish and BYOB, whatever you wanted to drink, you brought it. So it was very fun. And they've done this a lot since I've lived here. All right, I have a little cleaning up to do, but really not that bad. Just got to be careful in here. And I've got the nose and the mouth that needs to be black, and that's something that I would add. But let's do a preliminary print. Whoops, I forgot it was over here. And I'm definitely going to do him in brown. Because the lady in the sloth outfit was brown and had a white belly. I don't know whether that obviously is authentic slothage. But yeah, this is a pretty fun block street. All the roads are very patriotically named. I'm on Old Glory. I lived on Freedom, and then there's Patriot, and there's Continental, and there's Constitution, and there's Pioneer, and there's Kitty Hawk. Yeah. I thought there were 750 homes in here, but apparently there are closer to 800 homes in here. I'll do this a little bit more accentuated, maybe not. Be careful, Ann, be careful. All right. Okay, let's give this a stamp-a-row and see what we got. Well, we don't know until we stamp it. Well, now I've seen an advertisement on Christmas for Where Waldo. There's a Where Waldo's guy running around. All right. Because remember, I'll have the sloth will be hanging from a tree. So that might, I'm afraid that we're going to look at this and go, what is that? If we can just identify it and say, I think that's a wall. I think that's not a Waldo. I think that's a sloth. I will be thrilled. Of course, I'll add the little black for the eyes and the mouth, and the nose and the eyes. Okay. The reveal, which is always, I love it. It looks like a sloth, I think. Let me hold it up. What do you think? Let me do this. There, we got our little sloth. Yeah. And then I'll have a thing for him to be hanging on. And I have to clean up around here. But I'm very happy with that. Okay. So we have a sloth we can add to our zoo. So we got a sloth. And we did an elephant and a sloth today. And we have the baobab tree. And we got the ostrich. And we got the giraffe. And we have some grass. It's going to take a lot of rubber. I may not have enough rubber. Or I can just, carve smaller. Yeah, I'll clean this up. This won't be much of a cleanup. And, yeah. Okay. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me. It's great to, hi, Ruth. It's great to be here. Great to be home. And yeah, have a good rest of the day. And I will see you Sunday, I'm assuming. I might be doing more carving on Sunday. I don't know what I'm doing on Sunday. I don't have a clue. It'll come to me in a dream. All righty. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for being here. And remember, if you can't be good, be careful. And be fabulous too. Not that you're not already fabulous. Bye, everybody.